Printmaking, day 2. First thing, we're going to trace onto our foam. So get your foam sheet and your design, and we're going to trace it onto our foam. So if you want to tape it to the paper, you can in the back, but you don't have to. So trace your design. You can use the ballpoint pen, a colored pencil, or a regular pencil. The idea is you're pushing hard enough so that your picture goes onto the foam. Okay, you don't want to push too hard so it goes through the paper, but you want to push hard enough so that you're making an impression or a line on the foam underneath. Okay, so once you're done, it might be a little hard to see at first, but once you're done, you're going to take your foam and you're going to trace it again. Yay! But this time, you're right onto the foam, and you can use your ballpoint pen again or pencil, or you can use something dull like the end of a paintbrush. You don't want to poke through the foam. You want to just push and drag your tool on the foam, so that way it doesn't poke a hole, but you're pushing and making that indentation and getting your design on there so that when you print, we can see what you did. If you accidentally poke through, it's okay, but try not to. Okay, so now I'm ready to print. I'm going to show you first with paint. So we're not going to take our time and paint every little tiny thing. With printmaking, you usually choose a few colors or one color, and then you just make copies of it onto nice white paper or nice paper. It could be another color if you want to, but as long as you can see your paint. So you're going to use that liquid paint that you should have. It should say tempera on it. And spread the color. I'm using red. You can use any color you want, but notice I'm not trying to do a perfect job of painting. It's just spreading the color evenly. Then push it onto my white paper, my nice white drawing paper, and there's my design. Okay. You don't want your paint to be too watery. You don't want it to be too thick, and sometimes it might take a few prints to finally get it to look the way you want it to look. Okay, so I'm going to do another print. This time I'm going to do a couple of colors. Do a little bit of purple, so spreading the color thin across the whole design. And the red again, so I just think that would look neat. And right below, I'm pressing, I'm pushing. Okay, so even though it's the same stencil or the same printing plate and picture, they look kind of different. The colors and even the paint. So no two prints are the same. So next I'm going to show you how to print with markers. Okay, this is my design, my other design that I made. Let me just show you, if you use paint first and change your mind to try markers, not a big deal, you can do that. So I'm just kind of just putting some color on here quick. All right, cool, printed it, and that looks pretty neat. Okay, so now I'm going to show you with markers. So with markers, you can take a little more time and put the color exactly where you want it to, because you have a little more control. Okay, some of my markers are dying out, so they're not coloring very well, but I can still get some color on there. Okay. So it's up to you how much you want to take your time to color these in. I wouldn't take tons of time because you probably want to make a few different prints. So, try to do it quickly, but not so fast. Make it look cool. Now you wet your paper, the paper that you're going to print on. I'm using a paintbrush. I just put a little bit of water. Then I put my print down, and the water makes the marker show up. So it looks pretty cool. I like the markers a little bit better than the paint, but I do like the paint too. So you decide what you like, and practice. Do more prints than what I've shown you, and take a picture when you're done. All right, can't wait to see what your prints look like.